Hey there everybody, welcome back. And I have been looking for an office chair to replace this old office chair that I've had that a family member gave to me a long time ago. I wanted something budget friendly and most importantly, comfortable and ergonomic. And as luck would have it, I was browsing my emails just a few weeks ago, and a company that I've worked with in the past reached out to me offering to send me their FlexiSpot OC4 ergonomic office chair, which is one of their most popular chairs available in many different colors, with or without footrest, and is just a joy to use whether you're working, reading, relaxing, or even during long periods of gaming. So with that said, this video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. However, my opinion is still my own, and as always, I will provide my honest review of this product. Also, make sure that you check the description as well as the pinned comment down below for a link where you can purchase this chair and you can also help support the channel. Let's kick it off with the assembly and build quality. For any of you that are worried about putting this together successfully, don't be. The instructions were very clear and easy to understand, and it took me about an hour to complete. So if you're a little bit better about putting things together, you're probably gonna be able to finish this between 30 and 45 minutes. FlexiSpot, of course, gives you all the tools that you will need to assemble this product, which is exactly what I used because I wanted to see how it would be if I had no additional tools. However, one thing I would recommend is that if you have a ratchet wrench and some Allen sockets, then the assembly of this chair will be at least twice as easy. If not, you're still going to be okay, so don't worry. Also, the packaging was very high quality and nothing arrived damaged. Once I finished assembling the chair and I sat down for the first time, I realized just how good of a deal this chair is. It's not expensive and regularly goes on sale, and it feels way better built than the price that you pay. The mesh seat feels incredibly high quality and it doesn't feel like it's going to sag or wear out anytime soon. And being in Florida where it's always hot except for like 1 month out of the year, I appreciate how breathable the mesh is, but at the same time, it still feels very durable. Also, the base of the chair is not a cheap plastic like you'll find on a lot of chairs at this price point, but instead it's a high quality metal, which I love. And to be transparent, I'm not a huge fan of the wheels of this chair, but they do get the job done. I just think they could have been a little bit higher quality. Also, another slight downside are the armrests. They can feel a little hard for long periods of time, but you can remedy this by purchasing like some cheap cushioned arm pads on Amazon, for example, if it really bugs you that much. But honestly, it didn't bug me a ton. I just thought it would be something important to mention just in case you're sensitive to those things. All mechanisms to tilt, lower, or raise different parts of the chair feel very high quality, and let's be honest, it just looks incredible. Now getting into some of the adjustability and overall ergonomics of the chair, the FlexiSpot OC4 supports 3 different angles for reclining, being 90 degrees, 115 degrees, and 135 degrees. All you have to do is pull out this side lever and adjust it to the angle that you want and then push it back in to lock it in. What I like to do is that I leave the lever out so I can just tilt back whenever I need to. And to adjust the ease and difficulty of tilting back, all you have to do is reach under your chair and you can easily turn clockwise or counterclockwise to do so. And the backrest can be raised or lowered into 4 different positions, and it's very easy to do just by lifting it up, and once you reach the maximum height, it allows you to then bring it back down. The one thing I absolutely love, or I should say my back loves, is the incredible lumbar support of this chair. There's a knob on the back of the chair which allows you to make the lumbar support able to be moved or in a fixed position. Depending on how many clicks you give it, it will move a little bit more or a little bit less. I like to have it movable, that way when I'm tilting back like I do a lot, or using the footrest, it adjusts to where my lumbar needs to be supported. And if we keep on moving down here, we have a very cool feature of this chair, which is the footrest. One thing to note, because I did find this confusing, because I was thinking in order to activate the footrest, you would need to push it down and out. On the contrary, you actually need to pull it up and out. So that could be a little bit tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that big of a deal and it works incredibly well. I never knew I needed this in my life, and now I'm not going to be able to get a chair without one. Also, if you find yourself to be a little bit on the larger size, this chair is rated to support up to 400 pounds, so don't worry there. Now moving up the chair, I already talked about the armrest. They do a decent job, and you can raise them up and down by holding this button here, and it can be locked into 5 different positions. You can also move them out horizontally back and forth and inward where needed, which makes it adaptable to anything that you want to be doing in your chair. And I wanted to finish this video up with one of my favorite features, which is the headrest. It's very easy to adjust the height. All you have to do is hold in this button here and then pull it up or push it down depending on your height. And you can adjust the tilt of the headrest at either 45 degrees or 60-degree angles based on the angle of your neck. So, do I recommend the FlexiSpot OC4 ergonomic chair? 100% yes. It's fairly priced, a much higher quality than I expected at this price point. It's very customizable to different heights and body shapes, and it gives you some extras like the option for a footrest, which I absolutely love. And like I said before, I have worked with this company in the past, and the products that I have been sent for review are still working great, and I use them on a daily basis. I can say with absolute certainty that if you are looking for an ergonomic office chair at a good price, this is definitely a good one to check out. Go check out the link in the description below, as well as the pinned comment below to help support the channel, and get yourself one today. Hit the like button down below as well, and subscribe for more if you like what I do, and I will see all of you next time.